Hello, I'm Jerry Fort. Gonna review some donuts. It's cold outside this morning. Donuts and coffee just always sounds good on cold mornings, don't they? So these are the Hostess donetts, frosted mini donuts. Got to get into them first. How do you get into these things? Okay, maybe that's right. Looks funny though. Okay, it has a nice chocolatey, kind of cakey aroma, like a white cake. There's one busted open in here because the loading people probably weren't very gentle with everything. So this one, that's why I'm able to already smell the cakiness, I guess. Smells good. This one may be dry in the middle. I don't know. Seems how it's busted open, but maybe all right if this is all sealed up good enough. The appearance of the chocolate on the outside is, I mean, it's covered with it. It doesn't look very appealing, considering some in here look a little bit more decent, but all right, let's see what we got here. Yeah, it's pretty good. Good chocolate taste. The chocolate is a little waxy, but a lot of these are like that anyway. The cakey part in the inside, maybe the donut part is a little dry, but let's get a little better one out. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, they're good. Let's see how they go with my coffee. Yeah, the other one that was busted, it's no different than this one. Just that it busted apart. But it must have been sealed pretty good, I guess. Let's see. Let's see how it dunks. Very good in coffee. The trick is when you dunk something, like cookies, donuts, all of you that are familiar with dunking, can't leave it in there too long. Because if you do, you'll lose it. It'll fall apart, and then you'll be spooning it out, or else you'll be eating it at the bottom of your cup, right? So you just gotta, okay, I give it an entry point, okay? So, I take a little bite off. So, there's where the coffee can go in, or milk. And then I dunk it in there. Leave it for a minute. Sometimes I wait for the bubbles to stop. Sometimes by that time it's too late. Give it enough time to soak out some coffee. Very good. All right. See if I can get it rolled back down there. Sometimes these clasps are kind of tricky. Oh, see? If you go the wrong way, let's see, let's try it this direction. But they're already bent that direction, but that works. There we go. Okay. Yeah, decent donuts. I think I've had these same ones that were a little bit more, like a little better. But all around they're pretty good. Okay. Well, I thank you all for watching. I appreciate it. Let me know if Hostess Donettes, the chocolate frosted mini donuts, is one that's your go-to donut. A lot of people just like to go, places like Dunkin' Donuts. There's Daylight Donuts, Krispy Kreme. Everybody's in their states. They have a little local donut place. We have one too. I can't remember what it's called, but this little old lady that runs it, her husband ran it before her back in the 80s. Pretty sure they've been at this one place for a long time. And then he passed away, and then she ran it. She kept running it, and she brought, it was her husband, and I think another girl originally, and then when he passed away, they brought in another person, if I remember correctly, to run it. But man, they're up at before the crack of dawn, getting them donuts ready and stuff. If you don't get in there early, people have already done, contract workers, city workers, whatever. If they live in the area, they'll go by their 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning and get donuts to take to work for people that start really early in the morning on their shifts. But yeah, they moved later. I think it was like in the mid 90s, maybe early 2000s, somewhere around there. They moved from their original place, and now they're still in the same vicinity, but just at a different building. Yeah, they're still just plugging along, and they're still always busy. Nice people. Okay. All right. Well, I thank you all for. Oh, you know what? My dad used to work for Dunkin' Donuts back in the probably early, maybe no, it was probably late 70s. I was pretty young. Yeah, he worked at Dunkin' Donuts. Or maybe it was Daylight Donuts. Shoot, it was one of those D names, either Daylight or Dunkin'. And I went to work with him one day, and I was watching him make the glazed, and it was pretty interesting how they do it. I can't remember the process of making the actual dough and forming the actual donut, but I remember him, I think they were like hung on something, and then I don't remember the process of how it dunks into the vat, but it was a vat of glaze, and the glaze just looks it looks nasty. It looks like lard, because it has little pieces of black stuff in it, from other pieces of donut or something, but they just go down in there and they come back up, and they're covered. They drip kind of drip dry. They start cooling. The glaze is really hot because it's in liquid form, but then when it comes up and the air starts hitting it, it starts forming that glaze, that frost around the dough, and it's pretty interesting. But that's really all I remember of that day. I think I only went with him once, but it was interesting to see that process. But that's what sticks out in my memory is what the glaze looks like. It just like is that what we're eating? What is that? Kids, you know. Okay. Well, thank you all for watching. I appreciate it. See you on the next one.